Hi, Aquarius. Whew. How are you, lovies? We have a lot to talk about, and I wanted to just make this video short, so let's hope we can do that. If not, sorry. But the main thing I want to talk about is our opportunity we have with the full moon in Aquarius on August 7th. That's a huge opportunity for us to mend broken relationships. There's something going on with us about, I don't even want to say it. Something about relationships, family, friends, or romantic relationships. There's something about this piece. There's a piece missing. It can be one particular relationship or numerous relationships. There's something missing, and I think it's because we're so, one and done type of people. Like, if you mess with us, then we'll cut you out, or we'll just, forget about you. So, like, if you hurt us one time, we're done. So, I keep saying so, because it's hard to say. But there's an opportunity for us to be the bigger person this month. If we do the full moon right, it's if we prepare for it right, and if we have a plan of action of how we're going to act or how we're going to be. Okay, we have Ten of Swords. First card that pops out for us. Jesus. I mean, come on. Okay, so I love you guys so much, because sometimes I don't even need to say it. You guys already know what I mean. There's a huge opportunity for us, because this dead-ass relationship, that it can be whatever it is, romantic or family, whatever. There's something that was just done, right? We were just done with it. No more chances, no more opportunities, no more, that was it. Cut it off. But maybe they can't exit our lives as quickly as we want. Or maybe we've tried and they just somehow are attached to us in a certain way through another family member or a friend, or they're your romantic partner. But there's this thing where it's like, it's so beat to death, this relationship. Like, you've tried and they've tried to be, cordial. But once it's done, it's done. So when I'm talking about mending, it's a good opportunity for us to maybe apologize, or maybe, okay, Three of Cups came out. So we're talking about family, we're talking about unity, we're talking about this thing is so major in our lives. It's weighing heavy, this certain relationship, that, if this person is your romantic partner, then if you've cut them off cold and you were done, then you're starting to have thoughts about, should I apologize? Was I wrong? No. I mean, usually the answer is no. If someone does you wrong, you don't need to apologize. But then there's this thing where it's like an overwhelming feeling of like, I want to be the best person I can be, and I want to be the spiritual bigger person. You know what I mean? So there's something in there where it's like, at what point do we take away our pride in order to be the bigger person? Our pride is, okay, Queen of Swords came out, of course. Here we are. This is what's happening all the time. All the time. In our heads. Can't get out of it. I'm laughing because we're thinking and overanalyzing something that usually we don't really care about, or we don't care to you know what I mean? Like this relationship, something, I don't know, I'm gonna keep pulling, but something about it is making us think we should step out of our comfort zone, be the bigger person, and either treat them nicely, do a nice gesture without apologizing, kind of a apology but not really, kind of like you owe me the apology, but I'm gonna do this nice thing for you because I'm the bigger person, you know, something like that. So that's what's in our heads. You know, I've talked about this in numerous Aquarius videos. If you watch all my Aquarius videos, you know we don't fuck around. You know what I mean? If you hurt us one time, we are done. Over and out, period. But for some reason, this full moon in Aquarius is trying to teach us something. Mend broken relationships. For ourselves to feel better. You know, for ourselves to feel centered and like we did the best that we could and it's on them now. You know what I mean? Because we usually don't do that. We usually just ghost you and X you out of our lives and never talk to you again. But sometimes people are put in our lives, well, oh, here's our reading. People are put in our lives for a reason, and if we can't escape them that easily, then there must be, oh my god, this is amazing, then there must be a certain lesson. Okay, here we go. We're just going to dig into it. These cards all came out at once. So, let's talk about it. And then we'll pull from the Goddess deck. I always want the Aquarius reading to be short, but I can never make it short because so many cards wanted to come out. Okay. Here is this energy of like, what should we do? Right? What should we do? Should we do this nice gesture? And here, in the Two of Swords, we're, of course, having this, like, back and forth, like, instead of using our heads, let's use our intuition, right? This is what the universe wants us to do. You know, you're blind to your other surroundings, so she's blindfolded, so she can't make a air sign head logical decision. She has to use her intuition, her gut, right? So if you step to her and you're, you know, of evil or of something negative, then she'll slice you. But if you're of something positive and you're trying to help her, you're trying to unblindfold her, right? We're sitting there like, what should we do? Who should we trust? Trust your intuition. So if something steps forward and you're not quite sure, have that Two of Swords energy and just make sure that you're trusting your gut. Okay, then let's talk about what's happening here. So, enlightenment, the Hanged Man, patience. I don't know why, but we've been very patient lately, and usually we're not. But since this relationship has been beaten to death, And since we've been so over this person, either relationship or family member or whatever, whoever this person is, like, it's been beaten to death, and we've been very, very, very patient with that, and usually we're not. You know, we'll snap and we'll have our moment and we'll just be done with you. But for some reason they keep coming back into our lives for a reason. And it sucks because we're like, why is this person bothering us? Like, go away. Oh my god, there's screaming children outside. Sorry if you can hear that. If not, I'll continue. Okay, and then Three of Pentacles, right? Right underneath the Three of Cups. So we're talking about being rewarded for our hard work. So in this celebration and in this reward, right, we're going to have to do some hard work. Uh-oh, my foot's asleep. Sorry, I have to sit up on this chair. We have to be rewarded for and celebrate what this hard work is. It's going to be frustrating. And here's the Page of Cups is coming out because there's kind of like this childlike energy where, you know, in our heads we're like, with the Queen of Swords, you know, we're kind of like, I don't want to do that, you know, and kind of like crossing our hands. It's kind of this like childlike stubbornness, and we're being distracted, you know, and taking those distractions rather than facing it head on because it's been beaten to death. We're kind of just like, no, I don't want to do that. Okay, stubborn, right? We're being a little stubborn, but also a little childish about it. Ugh, I hate that. But in order to be rewarded, we have to work hard. In order to have this celebration and this unity with family or a relationship or whatever, we need to pay attention to this energy. We're being a little, you know, childlike. Stubbornness and you know, our insecurities, we don't always let them get the best of us, but for some reason this month we're having a lot of insecurities. It's weird and annoying, but that's because Ten of Wands, right? Taking on too much of a burden. There's too much. It's just too much. There's just too much going on. You know, tens are about completion and having finalized situations, but right now we're taking on too much. You know, mentally, physically, not really taking care of ourselves. Not, I mean, whatever. It's just, I hate saying that about us because, you know, we take on so much of other people's energy that we kind of forget to take care of ourselves. You know, we're focused on healing other people or helping other people or things, you know, we're focused on helping other people rather than working on ourselves and focusing on what makes us, you know, happy and confident. Oy vey. But then and then we have this Queen of Pentacles energy. So there's this earth energy that we're going to take on, right? This could be someone in our lives too, but we're also going to be taking on this Queen of Pentacles energy, you know? And we're going to have to drop this Page of Cups energy. Because, you know, with the Queen of Pentacles, she's so secure in herself and she's stable, right? And she's confident and she's wealthy and she's, you know, she's got it together, you know? She holds on to her possessions and what's important to her, but she doesn't hold on so tightly that she can't give it away if it needs to be given. You know, she's generous. And obviously, Queen of Swords is too. We are the Queen of Swords, so, you know, let's not lose sight of that. There's nothing wrong with this independence and this, you know, being in our heads and being analytical, but there is a problem with it when we are also having this Page of Cups energy with that. This childlike, you know, energy. So, let's have this Queen of Pentacles energy and try to release this burden. Let's try to release this. Because even though this looks done and dead and over and it's, you know, been crossed out of our minds, it's not. You know, it looks like that, but it's not. We're not done yet for some reason. Okay, let me pull the Goddess deck now. See, I said I wanted to have a short reading, but that never happens with Aquarius. Okay. Shout out Yamaya. Okay, so this is the Virgo, this is the Hermit in the Rider deck. So, we need to focus on this introspection, right? This is about introspection. This is about finding what it is about ourselves and being the best versions of ourselves. So really, let's take on this energy, this Yamaya energy, for the full moon in Aquarius. You know, there's something there where it's like we need to focus on reflecting of how we treat people and if that's always, you know, how we want to be. Do we always want to be closed off? And I mean, do we always want to be to certain people or things or situations? Do we always want to be like that? Or do we want to be the bigger person and be, you know, looked at as like, wow, she really did everything she could and it's really legitimately, you know, she really is a good person. So there's no judgment there, you know, because with Aquarians, we are judged a lot. Even though we are really good people and we're humanitarians and there's certain things that other people don't understand about us, it's like there's this energy of, can we, oh, thank God, this, okay, when you guys see what came out, you'll be so happy. Okay. First of all, initiation, Mary Magdalene. So, when we're talking about mending relationships, we have to step out of our comfort zone. Because if we don't initiate it, they're not going to. So if we don't initiate it, nobody will. Does that make sense? So this month is about us having to step forward and take on this earth energy, right? This is like this Capricorn, you know, Taurus, whatever, this energy, but this is also the Capricorn card as well. So the cards are telling us to take on a earth energy because this is amazing. Forgiveness. Forgiveness. So we need to forgive. I mean, something we talked about this in one of the readings. I don't know if it was last month or the month before, but we talked about forgiveness and how difficult that is for us, because if you F us over, we will not forget, but we have to learn to forgive. So this is still a heavy lesson for us. As Aquarians, it's very hard for us to forgive. Because if you screw us over, we just don't have time for your bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, we don't have time for that. And we know we're not dumb. So we won't allow you to keep hurting us. You know? Anyway. Then, so excited about this. The sun. Amaterasu. Thank God. Right? We have the sun. We have this open happiness. We have light. We have, you know, Amaterasu came out of the darkness into the light. She wasn't born in light. The story of Amaterasu is she lived in a cave in the dark, and she was led out by light and became the sun. So she was shown something and decided to follow that. So when it comes to us, when it comes to absorbing this Virgo Yamaya energy, right? When it comes to that, she's not in the sun, she's underwater, right? She's a mermaid. So she is in the dark. Through initiation and forgiveness, we come into the light. Okay? Hopefully that makes sense for everybody. It certainly does for me, and I'm having a hard time talking because it's like, it's so much, it's so much energy. Like, we have a lot to deal with, and we have a lot to think about with the full moon. Okay? So, let's pull from the Oracle deck. You know how these always want to work for us so well, right? my Aquas. We're like, with the Oracle deck, they always get, for some reason, frustrated with us, or they don't want to come out as quickly as I want them to. Patience. Patience. Seems to be a reoccurring lesson for us. But anyway, you guys know what I mean. Okay, Oracle, August. This happened last time, or maybe the time before, but the oracles just want to, like, give us a hard time. Oh, but anyway, while I'm pulling this, I wanted to talk about a couple things. First of all, circulation. Aquarians, we have a hard time with this when it comes to our bodies. We're sensitive in the circulation, and ankles and shins. So with circulation, you know, our feet can get cold, our hands can get cold, and that's a sign that we need to step out of our comfort zones and do something that makes us like a little bit fearful, or a little bit like, ooh, I wouldn't normally do that, because we don't have a problem stepping out of our comfort zones. Like, we'll try new things and new places and new people, and we're social and whatever. But when we're feeling that poor circulation in our feet or our hands, that's a sign that we need to do something different, step out of our comfort zone. Does that make sense? Okay, and then also, I wanted to talk about tanzanite. So I got tanzanite. It brings spiritual awareness and calmness. So I haven't found anything that I like besides tanzanite to make me feel calm, and it brings intuition. It brings intuition. It helps with intuition and guidance. So, you know, normally I use crystals, but crystals haven't done what tanzanite has done, even the tiniest amount, and it's a rare gem. So even if you get a tiny little piece, right? A tiny little piece, it will help with spiritual awareness, calmness, and intuitive insights. That's what I was looking for before. I'm having a hard time talking. Maybe that just means we need to shut up this month and do the work. Do the full moon work. So, mending relationships. Oh! All right. Here we go. The dragon. Power and strength. Holy shit, you guys. This is amazing. This literally just shot out at us. Because this is showing us we do have the power and the strength to get through this. We have the power and the strength to be forgiving. Oh my God. That's like so amazing. We have the power and the strength to initiate a conversation that we're uncomfortable with. We have the power and the strength to lift this burden that we've been carrying with us. It's amazing. This is amazing. Aquas. We are amazing. We have to have this confidence. And we do, we're normally not confident, but this is just showing us that we have the power and the strength to get through this and mend these relationships that we don't necessarily want to mend, but that need mending for our own sanity and for our own spiritual healing, right? We need to forgive for our own spiritual healing. And I'm preaching this to myself because, there is someone that I need to not apologize. I hate you. We're so bad at this. But maybe do a nice gesture for, Okay, the angel card is release. I mean, hello. Jeez. Everything is just perfect. Release. This will bring us immense release and happiness and light. This is the best card we can get in the goddess deck. This will bring immense joy. Okay? So, let's release this negative energy and initiate something that a conversation or a gesture needs to get done. Let's stop being stubborn about it and have patience with ourselves. Okay? Love you, Aquas. And oh, I will be in Sacramento and San Francisco sometime in September. I don't know the exact dates yet, but if you're interested in a private reading in person, I'll be there for a short period of time. So email me through my website and we can schedule that. Or if you just want a FaceTime Skype reading, go to my website, shows the calendar, you can click book now. And yeah, love you, Aquas. All right, see you next month.